Hello, hello. Good morning and welcome to Friday the 27th of March. Oh, it's so empty in here now, isn't it? There is painting stuff in the room. Oh, yeah, there is paint there. We are starting the process very soon. So that's exciting. All right, so we still have the moon in Cancer right now. So we still have a very feely kind of day. Actually, I'm getting too much light there. Oh my God, there's lots of aspects happening today. All right, so Cancer Moon and Venus coming up to conjunct Chiron at 9:30. That's the kicker, basically. All right, so we're in this feeling space. So, we've got our home, family of origin, early childhood conditions, how we give and receive love, nurturing. And then we've got Venus, also how we give and receive love in Aries. So she's in detriment, all right, because she rules Venus. The opposing sign is detriment, all right? She's like not comfortable. But like I was saying yesterday, we are queens and we have a wool, lamb's wool shift underneath our armor because we know. Um, so so yeah, that Venus in Aries conjunct Chiron in Aries. This wound is about us as an individual, our strength, our personality, our presence, us. I am is the words for Aries. All right. So Venus conjunct Chiron in Aries. I am hurt, or I am willing to do what it takes to heal so that I can move past this wound. There is a sense of initiation with Chiron as well, because once you understand the wound, then you become the teacher. All right. So, we've all been through our things in life, and at some point we become the wise woman and the crone, and we're able to pass that experience off onto the next generation, or like moths to a flame, when we authentically shine our inner light, then the right people come to us. All right. So I just think this Venus Chiron this morning, it's very, very sensitive. All right. So now, in addition to that, the sun is in conjunct the south node. All right. So that place that we mundanely hang out in, we're just like satisfied with the status quo. I mean, Virgo is all about healthcare, self-care, illness, healing, alternate health practices, pets. So when the sun in Aries that wants to be vital and just go forth bravely and courageously, there's this, it's like, oh, we've got to make this in conjunct, we've got to make this adjustment to something that is not serving us well. All right, the south node are the things that we need to leave behind, or move on from. All right, that north node, that guiding light, that north star, that yearning, that desire for us to move forward on a bigger and better path. All right, so the sun making that adjustment is literally Venus today and the moon going, I understand what I need to be, to feel like I am nurtured and part of a family. All right, remember, your family doesn't have to be your family of origin. It can be, the people that you choose to love. So yeah, how are any of those things affecting you? Do you feel like you're facing the situation? Um, Let me read the words. All right, so you could be, and actually the South Node, absolutely a potential for a physical feeling, all right, physical anxiety. Now, as with the South Node in Virgo, our inner critic could also be turned up to 11. So just be aware of that, because we've got all of those things that I've been talking about, the Moon, Venus, Chiron, South Node. Inner critic, man, it could be like, me, 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 me. So we need to give her a hug and say, we're not doing that anymore. We can move towards what feels good in our spirit. All right, there's that north node in Pisces. All right, so you could be feeling physical anxiety. The morning starts with a sensitive Venus Chiron connection in Aries, so watch out for any potential triggers. You may not even be aware of what the irritation is and act in a way that even surprises you. All right. So ask yourself, what does this remind me of? What triggered me? Is it a look? Is it a situation? Is it a statement? Is it a way that somebody treats you like a child when you're like 53? Or, you know what I mean? So, as uncomfortable as it feels, you are being shown another thing that needs to be resolved and unloaded. All right. So there's the words. All right, let me just click to see. I know I am very early. I did say yesterday I'd be doing it. Good morning, Cara. Good morning, Helen. I know it's so weird, isn't it? Good morning, Barbara. Yeah, I've got to drive at 8. So I didn't want to miss, I've already missed one this week, so I just felt like I needed to get up and you can always watch the recording, but thank you for joining me. Thank you for being up early. All right, so now let's have a look at what the moon does today. All right, so it's not doing anything until, sorry, it is doing shit. It is. It is square Venus and square Chiron. All right. Because why? Because Aries is a cardinal sign and so is Cancer. So there's that Cancer Aries square. Now, who you were told to be as a child can often challenge who you actually are. All right. So here's where we're looking into that family of origin trigger story to see, what is this discomfort, and you know then with forgiveness. All right, so here's the Chiron part. Like if you're I'm just going to use the red line. All right, so if your mother had a mother that was disengaged and unavailable and not willing, or like I said, unable to show love in the way that your own mother needed or desired, then she as a child didn't get the right instructions, and the instruction book wasn't read properly. All right, she wasn't given what she needed, therefore when she had children, she's also just repeating that pattern. All right, same goes for you. You are repeating the pattern that you were given in your early childhood conditioning, and here you are at a crossroads or at a tension point that says that you can gain strength from this. You can become the individual that you are meant to be. You can go through that initiation, there's that Chiron Aries, and become the version of yourself that you should be. I'm sorry, I've got my little Xena warrior princess here. This to me is Venus in Aries, and like I said, she looks quite comfortable. All right, she's got the lamb's wool shift on. All right, so there is that all day. So all day, remember, there's going to be a square to Venus Chiron. All right, again with the triggers, and you're not even aware of it. Okay, yet after 1 o'clock, there is a sextile to Uranus. So this is where that mini grand trine comes into it, because once it touches one, it touches all of them. All right, so after one, a sextile to Uranus, that's good. All right, because we have the opportunity to shift. Uranus is in Taurus, Venus's sign, therefore it is also going to be feeling the Chiron energy as well. In a sense, Venus is feeling it, therefore Uranus in Chiron is looking to her for influence. Remember, the sign is the coat or the outfit that the planet is wearing. All right, so Uranus is like, I'm not comfortable. I need to change. I need to find a place that is where I am valuable. All right, Taurus, value, comfort, security, self-worth. Okay, so that self-worth prickling is starting after 3 o'clock, a trine to Neptune. All right, so there's an easy flow between our subconscious beliefs and spirituality. All right, so you might feel that prickle and like there's the tension, and you're like, I'm gonna change. But when I look at it deeper and I can find some real meaning in it, there's that trine to Neptune. All right, now, after 8, a trine to Saturn starts. Now, for us in the Southern Hemisphere, I just don't think that's going to be as relevant. If you are a night owl and you want to get some work done, it might be one of those, I'm awake at 3 in the morning, I might as well get up and do something. All right. So, and then after 9, there is an opposition to Pluto starting. Again, I just don't think it's going to be that relevant. but it is exact on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Does that say 10 a.m.? It does say 10 a.m. See, look at glasses. They are for reading. All right, yes, that says 10 a.m. So as you can see, like there's just a chunk of sort of squares, but with opportunities, with real opportunity. If you feel that tension, just like a good squat, guys, just like a good squat, you know that tension's going to make you walk funny in a couple of days. However, you're going to have a peachy ass looking awesome, and you're going to have a good back chain. You're going to have good strength. For my older people that don't care about how good your butt looks, you won't fall over, okay, because you're engaging those muscles. So same here, tension and challenge, it's there to strengthen you, basically. So here's me going, yes, do the squats, because then you can engage your muscles quickly, all right? And like in the real world, you engage your feelings, therefore your cognition. Oh, what does this remind me of? All right, so very quickly we can use that tension to our benefit. That's the right word. All right. So now that's pretty much all the aspects for today. So a statement, Cara, you've got me doing the statements. I love it. The yeah, okay. So where I learned I wasn't enough and how I reclaimed that. All right. So there's that Venus Chiron. Where did I learn that I wasn't enough? All right. And then we've got all of those beautiful opportunities to like feel into this and change. All right. So that then we can reclaim the person that you were meant to be. And like I was saying with that shining your authentic light, just like, you get the right people around you when you do that. Fly the freak flag, because then you find your family. All right. Click the button one more time. It's going to be exciting seeing what it ends up like. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. Or like this whole wall, Helen, is going to be bookshelves. The whole wall, actually, up to a certain point, because I do have a lounge over there. But all this back is just going to be like bookshelves to the roof. I'm so excited. I'm going to start buying books again. I've got like books everywhere here. I've got like, oh yeah, there we go. I've got like books on books. I've got like, oh my God, must have at least 10 boxes of books still packed away in the pod. And that was after I sold so many of my books in Sydney. Oh my God, that must have been about 10, 15 years ago. I was like, no, I won't ever do astrology again. So, but yeah, book, love them. All right, so quick look at the weekend, because am I going to be here tomorrow? I'm going to be here tomorrow. So I might get on tomorrow. So I won't tell you about the weekend, other than the theme continues. There is a yod forming, all right? So now a yod is that two inconjuncts and a sextile, all right? So it's like a finger. The universe is like, this is what you need to be looking at, all right? So now that is between Pluto and Saturn as the base, all right? So here is, how is the hard work that you're doing transforming your experience, because the Saturn and Pluto are both pointing to the south node in Virgo. All right, so do you need to continue on with some healthcare? Do you need to declutter? Is this a decluttering of the mind? Are you paying attention to your inner critic? Are you looking at how you serve yourself and others through the lens of your early childhood conditioning, and just challenging that? I do not need that anymore. That is not who I am. So that's pretty much me. That's 15 minutes. And yeah, I better get myself organized and off to work. So in just saying that, please remember the physical anxiety side of this, all right? That south node is exact on Sunday morning. So, the south node it is tricky when it comes to our health, all right? So the fact that the sun is highlighting the south node with Pluto and Saturn, this might take some dedication and awareness of your health principles, all right? So I'm not saying you're going to get sick, but I'm just very aware of the feeling in the air. When I was doing the words, I was like, what is this? Oh my God. And then I was like, oh, that's what it is. It passed and it should pass. But just again, make sure that you are, drinking your 2 liters of water a day. I know for some people that's like, I'm trying 3 liters at the moment and I just, meh, it's a struggle. But I definitely get 2 liters in. So yeah. All right, guys. Mwah, you are magnificent, and I thank you so much. And yeah, I'll possibly see you tomorrow. Oh, come on. Now the buttons are not working.